Hi, I'm Mr. Jagor, and welcome to chemistry. I'm looking forward to a good year with you. Let me give you a brief overview on some of the materials and the way the course runs. So first of all, here's some of the materials I'd like for you to get here in the first week or so. First of all, a composition notebook. So we're going to be using this regularly, just about every day. We put all the core materials, chemistry materials in here. And so this would be really important to get. It'll be kind of like your chemistry Bible.
So maybe you're wondering, well, why take chemistry? Well, chemistry is a foundational class. It's called the central science sometimes, and it fits in the middle of physics and biology and geoscience and even medicine. And so anything that you want to do in science, chemistry is going to come back. And there's so many other skills that we're going to be doing here as well. We're going to learn a lot of background about the world. We're going to learn things that are going to apply in just anything you do in life. It's going to open up doors as well. Now, some of the things that we're going to learn, we're learning chemistry, of course, but we're also learning a lot of skills. And so we're learning how to do data analysis, how to critically think. And so these are skills that regardless of what you do, these skills are valuable. So my website, chemstoked.com, has everything that we do, literally everything we do throughout the year. So I have tons of resources on there. I have video examples for pretty much every single problem that we'll work through. All the work is posted. So when you go on here, you'll need to find the correct class. And so let's go to chemistry, and you'll see there's a calendar posted. So on the calendar, you can see the lesson title. Now it doesn't actually have a link there. It just tells you what we're doing each day. So if today was Wednesday, August 11th, then I would then click on the current unit resource link, and then I go down, I'll find the introduction, since that was the lesson that was posted for that day. If it was Thursday, then the lesson is lab safety. And so I go down and I find lab safety. And you can see here I have some resources listed. It posts what's actually assigned. This would be things that students are responsible for getting done. So that could be homework or classwork, but make sure it gets done. And so it's listed out the unit page here, and everything is available. ChemStoked is used as a listing of all the resources, but I also use Google Classroom. However, I use Google Classroom mostly for things that need to be turned in. So anything that's turned in online. By the way, there is a way for parents to get a summary, a weekly summary, and I can send you a request if you fill out the form here. Now, of course, we also have Pride Time, and I will offer peer tutoring if possible, where students can get extra help as well. A few tips. So chemistry builds on itself. It's different than many other classes that you may have experienced. So some classes are kind of like a mosaic, like a painting. You can kind of paint over here a little bit, paint over there a little bit, paint up here. It doesn't really matter what order you go in. But chemistry is not like that. It keeps building block by block like a game of Jenga. So you've got to build one layer upon the next as you keep going. And that's really the most challenging thing about this class, is just learning how to learn differently, learning how to structure your studying so that you get one concept down and then you build on the next. Now there's a couple of things I'd like to point out. The DPQs, so this is a little different. I do quick assessments, usually on a daily basis. DPQ stands for Daily Progress Questions. And they're temporary grades. So I put them in the grade book to give feedback. I'm a science teacher, so I'm a data nerd. So I'm going to give you tons of data, probably more than you want. But you're going to have all this information about how things are currently going put into the grade book. But then, because it's not actually a true assessment, a finalized assessment, it's not going to become a permanent measure of what a student knows. So it gets deleted. So it affects the grade during the unit. Once we take the unit test, I delete all the DPQs and the quizzes, since they're really just practice. Now we also will be having a notebook, which we use for daily notes, and then we'll have labs, which compose a pretty significant part of the grade. These are estimate grades, by the way, so I'm using total points, and so it will vary a bit, but this is a rough estimate. And there will be a cumulative project and or final. So we do a big project, especially in the spring, and those are pretty heavily weighted. So you want to make sure you're staying on top with the schedule for that. Now, one other thing to point out, I will label these in areas, but DPQs and quizzes, they measure how well students are understanding the assignments, the comprehension of assignments, whereas the composition notebook is really measuring the completion of assignments. So I'm not really checking in the notebook whether it's correct, I'm just checking is it done. And in the daily assessments, I'm checking did you understand it. I do offer multiple opportunities, so there's a retake test available for each test, although I do not offer them for quizzes or DPQs since they are going to be deleted anyway.